Skinny Hardaway Southern T, back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, I greatly appreciate you sliding through. If this your first time, do your boy a solid. Don't make it your last time. Hit that subscription button as well. We talk to this good boxing, MMA, sports, parlays, predictions every single day and not just today. Today, we here with a 4-fight boxing EP. I'm going to give y'all 4 fights, 3 main fights, another sleeper fight that you may not be up on that I'm going to put you on, right? We got Raymond Ford making a return. Nick Ball is also on this card versus Sam Goodman. We got Dylan Whyte making a return. And we got Moses Ilmuta also on this card as well. And we also got Flip Hrgovic and David Adeleye. We go break down all 4 fights. I ain't gonna waste too much of y'all time. Let's go and get into it. We go keep the main thing. Dylan Whyte versus Moses Itauma. I'm probably butchering his name. I hope I'm not. But Moses Itauma is a young up-and-coming prospect. I think this fight is going to be a bit of passing of the torch when you're dealing with Moses and Dylan Whyte. That's the light-skinned brother you see with the afro. And then I think we all know who Dylan Whyte is, right? Heavyweights. I think it's going to be the passing of the torch, right, that's going on. I guess I just ruined my pick, right? I do have Moses to win this. I think Moses is the guy that they're going to be pushing going forward. Dylan Whyte has been out the ring for some time. You bring him back against a young prospect, tells me pretty much everything that I need to know. As far as style-wise, Dylan Whyte is going to be the veteran, right? So, of course, there's a chance that he can come in here, knock the rust off and maybe outbox the young gun and make it rough for him, right? But these are heavyweights, right? In the smaller weight classes, let's say Manny Pacquiao, Mario Barrios, right? That could be ring more so true. But I think with the heavier guys, right, I know power is the last thing to go, but Moses Itauma is living, currently breathing in his most powerful state, right? So he has more power than Dylan Whyte. I think his usefulness, his range is going to lead him to victory in this fight. And I got him to knock out Dylan Whyte, man. I would have probably picked Moses against prime Dylan Whyte. So I'm most definitely going to pick Moses against, older Dylan Whyte. Actually, a prime Dylan Whyte, it'll be a little, more sticky for Moses. But this Dylan Whyte for sure, I think Moses is going to stop right. So Moses, Itauma for the knockout. All right, in the next fight, we got Raymond Ford versus Abraham Nova. This was supposed to be Anthony Caracas. I think I'm saying his name wrong, right? But this was supposed to be Anthony Caracas, but he ended up pulling out, not really sure why. In steps Abraham Nova. So we got Raymond Ford versus Abraham Nova. Raymond Ford's going to be giving up a little size in this match. He's moving upright. Abraham Nova is 5'9", and I think he has about a 2-inch arm reach advantage on Raymond Ford. That gives me a little cause to pause, being that Raymond Ford, likes to box. He is a boxer. Abraham Nova is a guy who I've won money on. I've lost money on. Raymond Ford is a guy that I've won money on, and I lost money on against Nick Ball in a fight that I actually think that he won. I think he beat Nick Ball, right? But, they just wanted to get that strap off Raymond Ford. So Nick Ball gets the win in that. No shame in that. Great fight. Close fight, right? Both Nick Ball and Raymond Ford are good fighters. I think Raymond Ford pulled that out. Right, Abraham Nova, he is tricky because he is a veteran and he can box and he is a former champion. Right, so this is a good fight for Raymond Ford. The first thing I want to say is Raymond Ford versus Abraham Nova indeed does go the distance. That will be my safest bet, my best bet, right? That fight does go the distance. I'm going to favor Raymond Ford to outbox Abraham Nova. Medium confidence, right? Medium to low confidence. I don't really like betting against Abraham Nova, but I'm thinking Raymond Ford, be able to put it together, right, and win a boxing match versus Abraham Nova. Should be a little quicker. Abraham is a little bigger, right? It's most definitely going to be one of those tactical who can outbox who fights. I'm going to take Raymond Ford points decision over Abraham Nova, but, not the most confident in it, not because Ray Ford is bad or I think Abraham Nova is just super amazing, but Abraham Nova is a crafty veteran that could give Raymond Ford, something to think about, right? But Raymond Ford for the win, and what I think is going to be a scientific kind of boxing match between the two. All right, in the third fight, we got Nick Ball versus Sam Goodman. Again, off the top right, I think this fight does go the distance. I know the book's thinking that Nick Ball is going to knock Sam Goodman outright. So right off the bat, I'm gonna give y'all some value. I don't think that Nick Ball is going to knock Sam Goodman out. Was in Nick Ball's last fight, a guy in which I thought that he would be able to get out of there a little earlier, TWTea. He ended up going about 10 rounds with Nick Ball. I think if Doheny can get to the 10th round with Nick Ball, then Sam Goodman could go all 12 with Nick Ball. I think it's going to be an interesting fight for Nick Ball. Sam Goodman isn't going to lay down. I think if Sam Goodman decides, to box a little more and use his feet, then this fight most definitely will get to the cards. But I think because, Sam Goodman can box, I think because Sam Goodman is, has a pretty high IQ. I actually think his IQ is higher than Nick Ball's IQ. Nick Ball is like a workhorse, work rate kind of guy. Sam Goodman is actually a thinking's man boxer in that ring that could come to bite him right with the pressure of Nick Ball. Maybe he whips under that Nick Ball pressure, right? But maybe I'm playing the odds, maybe I'm playing the value. But I do think Sam Goodman finds a way to get through this. Nick Ball has, 23 fights and 11 KOs, right? So it's ways to get through a fight with Nick Ball. I think Sam Goodman will make it to the 12th round. I don't think that he's going to win. I do think Nick Ball's work rate and activity is going to give Sam Goodman some problems. But if Nick Ball doesn't if Nick Ball doesn't schematically, pressure him, then Sam Goodman very well could pick Nick Ball apart, from mid-range and the outside. Nick Ball wins this fight because, he's going to be aggressive. He's going to be on the front foot, and that's what the judges like. He's going to be throwing a lot. And I think, there is a chance that he could overwhelm Sam Goodman, but I think Sam Goodman figures out a way to navigate through Nick Ball's pressure, not to win the fight. I do have Nick Ball winning this fight on the cards, right? And I think that's like at plus 220 or something like that. I do have Nick Ball winning this fight. Do have Nick Ball winning this fight on the cards, but I do think Sam Goodman makes it through. I think Sam Goodman gives Nick Ball some resistance, which is why I got Sam Goodman making it through the 12 rounds. But give me Nick Ball for the win in this fight. And I think Nick Ball wins this fight on the scorecards, not by stoppage. All right, and last but not least on this EP, which is probably first on the card, we got David Adeleye versus Flip Hrgovic. Interesting fight. Big fan of David Adeleye. Not so high on Flip Hrgovic. Flip Hrgovic should be able to use his range in this fight and keep David Adeleye on the outside. David Adeleye has power. He has boxing skills. Flip Hrgovic has power and has boxing skills as well. If these guys were around the same height, I'd take David Adeleye without a shadow of a doubt. With the snap of a finger, I would. Maybe that's a little biased, but because he's going to be giving up so much size in this fight, it's going to be hard for him to get on the inside of Flip Hrgovic. So I think Flip Hrgovic wins this fight. Not confident in the pick, right? Not even confident telling you rather Flip Hrgovic wins this fight on the points or knockout. Maybe David Adeleye slows down and Flip Hrgovic can capitalize and get the stoppage. But Flip Hrgovic is the pick. Low confidence. Not happy about it. All right, and to give y'all a recap of the picks I made, I got Itauma, Ford, Ball, and Hrgovic. Low confidence. I think Moses Itauma gets the stoppage. I got Raymond Ford on the points, Ball on the points, and maybe Hrgovic, right? Whichever one you say. Maybe him by stoppage, but I don't really have a whole lot of confidence in Hrgovic. I almost want to go David Adeleye, right? But I know it's a little biased. But Moses for the win, Ford for the win, Ball for the win. All are high confidence. Not really the biggest Hrgovic guy, right? But given the size advantage that he has, he should be able to win. David Adeleye can box, but he does gasses a little bit on the back end. The longer this fight goes, there's more advantage Hrgovic. So I'm hoping David Adeleye knocks him out early or something like that. Not banking on it, not betting on it. Just because, I like David Adeleye, I'm not going to come in here and tell you to go throw your money on it if I don't think that he truly wins. Has a shot, but Hrgovic is probably going to use his size to outbox him, but that's all I got for y'all, man. Skin Hardaway, Southern T. This ain't the past, this ain't the future, but it's the present. That's how we rocking, and I'm out. Love. Moses stoppage, 4 points, ball points. Hrgovic for the win.